solution there is don't call, don't depend on humans. You can bring them in, you can attempt to dial, you can try to get them on the phone, but if they don't get on the phone,
I got brought in as a consultant for a bankruptcy lawyer, and a friend of mine was running their AdWords campaign, and they got in the exact pissing match you described, which is all your fucking leads are terrible and none of them are blah, blah, blah. And of course, he's like, you guys are terrible at answering the phone. And, you know, sometimes the leads actually are bad, but more often than not, it's usually just they suck at nurture and close. And I remember I listened to about, I don't know, 10, 20 phone call recordings, and they were the exact same phone call, like basically like 20 times in a row, which is in bankruptcy, front of mind for people is how much does it cost? It doesn't say on their website. So people call and say, how much does it cost? And they gave the typical lawyer answer. The person on the phone was like, well, you know, it kind of depends what you got going on. And of course, if people don't have price certainty and they're struggling to pay their bills, they hang up. So they would all say, well, I got to talk to my cousin, brother, uncle, father-in-law, former roommate, and they hang up. Yep. And what we found is, like, if you just had a good answer to that question, which was, well, a typical bankruptcy costs between $1,200 and $1,500. It'll depend a little bit on your assets and your situation. And usually what we do is we work with your creditors. And so we lower your existing payments, and we have payment plans. So working with us will actually lower your payments, not increase them. Would you like to schedule a consultation? And the cool thing about High Level is you can take a situation like that, and instead of watching the front desk person screw it up 100 times in a row, you can just answer that question right on the website. The little chat widget, somebody says, how much does it cost? And then boop, there you go. Lo and behold, is the correct answer. And all of a sudden they know how to nurture and close. And all of a sudden those leads stop flaking on them, and they start actually showing up as closed deals, and they think, oh my God, these are the greatest leads ever.
Yeah, you guys are the best. Yeah. See, I mean, look, I get it. As marketers, it's totally the opposite of what you expect, because I always tell this to people too, like, don't go down the funnel, start at the top of the funnel, because if you don't have the top of the funnel, then the next steps don't really matter. Right. But what we're deceiving our own selves on that is that somehow that there isn't already a lot coming at the top of the funnel. This is the misperception that we need to cure for. Yeah. There are already leads there. What are they doing with them? What are those close rates? How do we maximize them? And I'll tell you, it's so simple. I'll tell you the problem every time. They don't follow up. Or if they do, they don't follow up fast enough. I'm telling you, it's 5 minutes or less. Yeah. You got 5 minutes or less. And if you bust that cap, you're done. See you later. Don't even worry about it. Don't bother, because they're not closing, because you've got 5 minutes to get a hold of me before I just get bored, distracted, or otherwise taken away from what I'm doing in order to close me. That's it. So you can automate it. Here's the great news. The solution there is don't call, don't depend on humans. You can bring them in, you can attempt to dial, you can try to get them on the phone, but if they don't get on the phone, most people don't want to take a call anyways. Especially, think about it. I'm going through bankruptcy. Where am I? I'm probably at work. I probably went to a website. I probably filled it out in the middle of the day. The last thing I want to do is like, yeah, in front of my coworkers right now, I'm going to talk about getting bankrupt and how my life sucks.
I'm losing all my shit, and my wife hates me.
Right, exactly. And guess what? I just got fired for being a call during work anyways, right? It's like, no, yeah. But I can sit there and text, and I want to text, right? So if you text me, even if it's automated, hey, this is Bob from Bob's, Lawyers Are Us. How can I help you? That person can text you, you can engage them, and you can be smart. Most of the time it's, hey, do you want to book an appointment? Ask that yes or no question. Ask the question that's most likely to get the answer you're looking for. And that person will say, yes, I really do want an appointment to talk about my bankruptcy case. Now, again, they might write back and say, how much does it cost? But again, you can automate some of that too. Well, a typical bankruptcy cost between this and that, again, you can be smart about it. Point is you can do a lot more effective job by getting back to that person in 5 minutes or less than your current clients are doing right now. And right there, that one thing, you just crush it.